BITB, India's leading forum for all things travel and tourism, presents Perspectives from Cinemascapes 2018, bringing together stakeholders from cinema, commercial advertising, television, short films and documentaries to meet with tourism promoters on the critical subject of locations now.
Very warm welcome to this 11th edition of BITB Cinemascapes. Let me at this stage invite Mr. NAVIN Berry, founder and CEO of BITB, to speak to you about this edition of Cinemascapes.
Without much ado, the idea here for the summit is to look at what is trending, what has been recent in last 12 to 16, 18 months. Please highlight what is trending in your country or your location, and also with specific mention to the Indian market. Excellency, may I request you to make your presentation?
Argentina has very different places in where the industry can benefit. City of Buenos Aires, including Puerto Madero, the coast with beaches as Mar del Plata. If you go north, you have the Iguazu Falls, which is one of the wonders of the world, at your disposal in the embassy. Thank you very much.
Our next presentation is going to be on Georgia. We have the Consul General sitting here, Mr. Satyendra Singh Ahuja. Thank you, Mr. Ahuja, for being with us. The presentation is going to be made by Amit.
Filmmaking in Georgia is over 100 years old. It is a very film-friendly country where getting permissions for shooting is very easy and you can get it within a day. It has everything required for film shoot, that is equipments, cameras, lights, scripts, stunt team, even post-production and art team. Georgia offers a cash incentive of 20 to 25% on the entire amount spent in the country, which is given back to the production company within 2 to 3 months of completing the shoot. And this incentive is not limited only for films, but it is also given for TV shows, reality shows, music videos and web series.
In between, just to give you a little respite from one destination to another, I'm going to request our fellow panelist, Lohita Sujit. She is the Director, Corporate Communications of the Motion Picture Association of India.
Good evening, everybody. It's really an honor to partner with such an initiative like Cinemascapes. We see a lot of friends in the audience and, of course, a lot of partners here. And when we were, requested by Naveen ji to come and make a presentation, I really thought we're talking about tourism every year. We're talking about productions every year, but we're really not talking about building an ecosystem. Film tourism is not just showcasing your audience, rather attracting tourists. Film tourism is actually bringing inorganic ways of generating money, and it's the dollar that talks. And since as MPA we represent 6 Hollywood studios, we're very serious about our dollars. We're very serious about where we shoot, and we're definitely looking at a lot of value when our films are shot in different locations.
Continuing the focus on foreign locations, our next speaker is the South African tourism head in India, Nelisa. She will be telling us more about what is happening to cinema tourism in South Africa.
South Africa is a country in a third world continent with a first world infrastructure. That we must give to it. As difficult as it is to understand, what we bring is first world infrastructure. And we've got unstructured infrastructure. We've got the tax incentives. This industry for us, it's 5.5 billion, 5.4 billion. Take that and multiply it by 5 to the rupee. It's a very important sector for us. Our government takes it seriously. Our Department of Trade and Industry takes it very seriously. And that's why we've got a sector-focused department just for filming.
Thank you, Nelisa. Thank you very much. Our next location is Turkey. And I'm requesting our good friend Fulya Okutur to address us.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Fulya Okutur. I'm coming from Turkey. Why Turkey? Because there are many things that I can tell you. One of them is Turkey is a very high in connectivity in India market. And Turkey has a great geography. You can have 4 seasons at the same time. While you are having snow ski in one part of Turkey, In the South Asian part, for example, or the Mediterranean part, you can see people swimming.
Next country is going to be Nepal. I believe our friend Nikita Podal is now ready to take the stage. So if you can please talk on Advantage Nepal.
I would invite everyone to come and film in Nepal. So all the processing and permission legally, the documentation, shooting in Nepal, we will do all the needful process through Nepal Film Development Board. So you can visit our website www.film.government.np. And in last 4 years, Japanese movie has come and shoot in Nepal, and then Chinese, and of course Bollywood movies. And Nepal is so much influenced by Bollywood movies also.
This evening is Julia Pikelko, who represents the Film Poland in Mumbai.
We are engaged in Indian industry since 2010. We do work in Poland. We try to do all our best, and I myself here since 4 years. And I landed up here as a representation of Poland. That was my main concern, how to really show up Poland as a country, an opportunity to all the filmmakers and producers here in India.
To that we have Mr. Mahesh Kothari, and we're just asking him what are the recent trends of cinema tourism amongst the regional sector, namely Marathi films.
I'm very much surprised that there is no representative of Maharashtra here today, because I assure you, let me now be the representative of Maharashtra and tell you that Maharashtra also, like Gujarat, has got various locations which are out of this world. So I want to appeal to all the states of India and all the international representatives here to target the regional audience, target the regional cinema. And one more thing I want to mention here specifically is that I don't only want to shoot there, but I want to create an audience where I'm shooting.
We have today Mr. NAVIN Kundu, recently appointed Managing Director of Mercury Travels. Mercury Travels is one of our oldest travel agencies in the country, and it has recently gone over a transformation, and the newly appointed MD is going to speak to you.
We're going to be assisting you in almost every aspect of building your own, entire filmmaking from the start point when you approach us and you tell us that we need to shoot a film, no matter what the location is, we'll come back to you with a package. We also provide the creative inputs, understand the content of your movie, and we put together a package saying that this is what you need to do and this is where you need to go. We're not just offering you visas and air tickets that just about anybody can do. We bring in a cost efficiency. We bring in an efficiency for all of you by identifying your equipment, from cameras to your lights to your sound to your complete infrastructure that you need.
Gujarat has about 1,600 kilometers of coastline. So probably you have rocky beaches, you have sandy beaches, you have all various kinds of beaches which probably one can explore and then decide on a locale. These things which position Gujarat as probably a one-stop shop for all kind of movie shooting locations. Government support in the policy which was launched in 2015 for promoting tourism. Cinematic tourism has been given a specific clause whereby the government is committed towards providing a single window clearances.
Nepal is obviously a very easy destination to go and film. Economically, it is a very, very budget-friendly destination. Best value of money Nepal offers. For many producers or financiers, Nepal can be a very robust destination for ROI that we look for ultimately. These all three elements are well packaged in Nepal, and cherry on the cake is the most hospitable, most helpful, and very friendly people of Nepal. And on behalf of Nepal's tourism industry and film industry, I am here to extend a very warm, very welcoming, and very open invitation to you all. We are here to connect more. We are here to collaborate more, give more, and get more.
BITB, India's leading industry platform on what is trending and futuristic. Having organized a dozen conclaves in trending verticals like technology, Make in India, cinema tourism, heritage and culture, transport and aviation, among others, with a presence in conclaves, workshops, talks, B2B meetings, and networking opportunities, highlighting what is unique, traditional, and core of Indian tourism. Exploring what is new age, driving travel and tourism, technology, events, a growing economy, and massive infrastructural developments and innovations. Coming from India's first innovator in this business. Having organized perhaps the first industry seminar in 1976 and the first travel trade mart in 1994. Having hosted over 4,500 foreign buyers into India from over 50 countries worldwide. Continuing a commitment to providing value, meaningful discourse and solutions to making India the #1 travel and tourism destination in the world.
Dear Diary, I've been to a wonderful place. They have everything, you know. Mountains, rivers, oceans, jungles, deserts. They have heights, they have depths, they have World Heritage Sites, they have masterpieces made by man. Gujarat awaits you with open arms.
BITB, India's leading forum for all things travel and tourism, presents Perspectives from Cinemascapes 2018, bringing together stakeholders from cinema, commercial advertising, television, short films and documentaries to meet with tourism promoters on the critical subject of locations now.
Ladies and gentlemen and members of the film fraternity, I'd like to start off with Jordan. Mr. Majid Abu Arqub from Jordan Film Tourism and Jordan Tourism.
We have something called a Royal Film Commission. For those who are interested to shoot in Jordan, you have first of all to contact this foundation. I have been informed they are working on a new incentive scheme, as it's now for 20% cash rebate on any expenses. As any country in the world, it's hospitality, the people is wonderful, stable politically as we live in the Middle East, internationally connected.
Azerbaijan has hosted 3 major film shoots. Mr. Nariman, can you please explain for the benefit of the film fraternity here?
Azerbaijan is located in Caspian Sea, having border with Iran, Georgia, Russia and Turkey. Film industry of Azerbaijan have more than 100 years history, and we have all necessary sources and professionals in Azerbaijan to provide necessary support to international film projects.
We have Ms. Irina Malieva from Moscow to speak about Russia, please.
Russia is a huge country and has much more to offer. In the Russian capital of Moscow, famous sites which may appeal to filmmakers include Red Square, the Bolshoi Theater, extravagant metro stations. The Russian government doesn't provide tax incentives, but we guarantee you that we will be the most competitive in terms of price.
Bulgaria is a very, very mature filmmaking destination, and Mira can speak about it. Thank you, Mira.
Bulgaria is a country which is very attractive for many movies from Hollywood now, and it's and Bollywood. We have the largest film studio in Eastern Europe. We have cheap accommodation, which is very important.
Iceland is considered to be the Rolls-Royce of locations for Hollywood movies. And Elizabeth can explain why Iceland and what is special about Iceland?
We have many Hollywood movies shot in Iceland. 10 years back, we had the first Indian movie or the first Indian song shot in Iceland. It's a small country and we are able to handle everything almost in short time.
Raja comes with a new twist. I think he has just filmed last week a very major film. Raja, can you speak about it and how you are able to keep the costs low by using your own Indian techniques?
Hi friends, good evening everyone. My name is Raja from Switzerland. Many people thinking it is a very expensive to shoot there, but we do the proper arrangement. We work nearly 14 to 18 hours without any overtime charges, and new young Indian crew, proper Indian crew for all. The food and transportation and service, everything.
One of the oldest mature markets in filmmaking, which is UK. We have this young, bright lady, Daljit Kaur.
I'm here to present the biggest film market in the world, that's UK. Well, we all know, most of all, you know that UK has everything to offer. The best thing is you spend less and you earn more. That's all about UK. And you get the best services that you want.
The last 3 years, Slovenia and Croatia have been very active in the Indian film market, and over about 6 films have been filmed in, or more, am I right? Eight has been Indian films have been filmed in Slovenia and Croatia. Go ahead, Ivan.
Slovenia is a very small country, about 2 million people, and actually its landscape is very diverse and very beautiful. 80% of Slovenia is under forest. Slovenia is mostly a hotspot for small shooting, like songs, like commercial things, like TV series. But we can do also big projects.
Let's start this discussion. I will start with Marike, since she is the lady here. What we've heard in the industry is that you've actually gone to Bulgaria and shot in a studio there, which in a way is one of the first, you know. I mean, I can talk about Thugs of Hindustan later, but they went to Malta because then they wanted to shoot in a water tank, which was not readily available in India. But tell us about you. I mean, what made you all decide to go over there?
In Bulgaria, there is a studio called Nu Boyona Studios, which is run by Mr. Avi Lono, who is known to make films like Rambo, Expendables. And what he did is he bought over the studio there, all types of shoots with the latest equipment, but at prices that are on par with India, if not cheaper. So I would say my filming in Bulgaria with the crew staying there was much cheaper than shooting on a floor in Bombay with all the equipment.
Tanuj, so can you talk about the last film that you shot, and where did you shoot it, and why did you shoot it over there?
The last film we shot as recently as 2 months back is a film called Cheat India. It stars Imran Hashmi. It's also his first home production with Ellipsis. We shot the film in Lucknow for very obvious reasons. A, because UP has the right kind of topography and the right kind of infrastructure compared to a lot of states in that region, which makes it very production friendly. Perhaps was the second reason for us to, the line producers, the vendors, everybody in the state was extremely friendly. Yes, I have to admit that because it's the government, you know, your rebate, etc., does go through a bit of a bureaucratic process apparently. We haven't found that out yet. But I'm also assured by the government there that within a couple of months of the release of the film, the rebate does come through.
So Vivek is from a company that makes low to mid-budget films. His last successful show was a show called Secret Games, which became a talked about show, a Netflix show produced in India, and did phenomenally well with the audiences. One wants to hear from Vivek, what was the difference? Because obviously we all are doing digital and a lot of the shows will be now shown on Netflix, original Amazon Prime shows. What was your experience? How did you go planning it? Because again, your budget must have been tight, shooting in Bombay. We've heard that you shot with 2 units, 2 different directors. How was your experience?
Bombay is the worst place to shoot a film in.
So doing that would have been impossible for us. So we changed the format and we broke the series down into actually 2 different stories, 2 short films, you can say, and allocated 40-45 days to each story. So there was a director shooting just 1 story, and it became 2 directors. So we could plan the shoot in a way where we could try and cover 8 to 10 minutes. So it became 2 units, multiple cameras, and primarily planned the shoot where we were shooting both the units together. So your kind of production planning happened over a shorter period of time. So even if you were shooting 90 days, it wasn't spread over 3 or 4 months. It was done in 2 months.
Normally we go and shoot abroad, but here's a gentleman who's come to India and chosen India as a destination to come and produce this film.
My desire was always to make an Indian film that would convey the beauty of India to the world. And that means spiritually and culturally.
This is the BITB Cinemascapes 2018 Awards. May I first request Mr. NAVIN Berry to kindly join me on stage. The award goes to Cutting Edge Pictures Mumbai for their advertisement on Vimal Elaichi. Can we have team storytellers come up on stage? May I request Mr. Manmohan Shetty to kindly present the award to the team, which has done consistent work in researching the impact and relevance of cinema tourism. Receiving the award for MPA is Miss Lolita Sujit. We have Miss Khayati Nayak from Gujarat Tourism to receive the award. And may I request our sponsor country, Mr. Deepak Joshi, CEO, Nepal Tourism Board, to kindly give the award. We have the film's director, Mr. Ali Abbas Zafar with us. He is one of India's most celebrated young directors and has had blockbusters like Sultan to his credit. Is an individual award for a person who has shot over 1,000 films worldwide, introducing countless new locations to Indian audiences. He also oversaw the location for the recent blockbuster Bahubali. He is none other than Ramji Natarajan. May I request all our judges to kindly give him the award jointly.